You're live. Hey there, Soulshine. This is Michelle here, and I'm inviting you to wake up and live. Welcome to my channel. If you have not already subscribed, I invite you to become a part of my YouTube family and subscribe now. I am having so much fun doing daily videos and sharing the different things that I learn to help you create the light that you want and to let your soul shine big, bright, live, and beautiful. Whew, that was a mouthful. I wanted to say how, but I wanted to talk about something that I've recently learned from a class that I went to last week, and something that I talked to my friend about today. I was like, I don't know what I'm going to do on my video today. I was kind of going back and forth between a couple of things, and I felt like that this is what I wanted to talk to you about today. Okay, so it's called calibrating, and this is calibrating your physical body, because like I've talked about before, in 1 minute you are thinking approximately 650 thoughts, and Redsoul's on live. Hi, Redsoul. He's from Trending Topic. Anyway, you have 650 thoughts in a minute approximately, and only 150 thoughts come out of your mouth in a minute. And therefore, and Drew's here at the same time too. Cool. Hi, Drew. The rest go out through your body, right? So you've got all these thoughts, all these things going on. And so here's a way that you can calibrate things, and I'll give you a little bit of my understanding of why. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to have your chin up. And it's part of putting your eyes looking not only straight ahead, but also up a little bit, so that you're heading in an upward direction through life. And Bjorn's bags, is that how you say that? Good morning to you as well. This is so fun. It's the most people watching at the same time for me. This is awesome. Okay. So you're going to be looking forward, looking ahead with your eyes, looking up, because that's going to help you go in that forward, upward direction through life. And so that's one of the first things, and we call it chin up. So, and it's like how you would normally look ahead and just slightly up is chin up. It's pretty awesome. So you're going to do that first. I am growing in subscribers, not in height, because I think I will always be my height. And hopefully I'm not growing out this way either, because I don't want to. Just saying. Okay, so looking up, and then the next thing is putting your smile on. Now, just this morning, I connected these with your chakras. So your third eye chakra and your crown chakra is what comes in here. Because so when you're looking up, you're looking towards the crown chakra. You're looking up. So you're connecting to answers. In fact, when you're struggling to find an answer, what you say if you start looking up, and so a lot of times we start looking down and we're like, what do I want to talk about next, or what do I want to say? You start looking down, but if you look up, then you're going to get more clear and more, I guess inspired would be the word for it, more inspired information to come if you are looking up. So with your eyes, you are engaging your crown chakra by looking up. And because you are using your eyes, you are also engaging your third eye chakra. Thought that was pretty cool. Little connection I made this morning. When you do your smile on, that's your throat chakra. That's a way of expressing yourself. So you're going to express yourself in a smile. And in our society, we tend to be a reaction society. In our cultures, in our world today, we tend to want things to cause us to smile. And when we choose to go through life with a smile on our face, we actually are choosing to start spreading the smile, to cause the smile. I think it's absolutely fun to go through the stores and just smile at people and see if they'll smile back, or compliment people and see if they'll smile. I like the idea of putting that out there, expressing something that will make others smile. So that's engaging your throat chakra, because that's an expression. That smile is an expression. So now we've engaged 3 chakras in just 2 moves. I think that's really cool. Okay, so the next one is going to open up your heart, and that's you put your shoulders back. The other thing I learned about this was so cool. When you put your shoulders back like that, it actually lets off testosterone, which is the hormone associated with confidence. So every time you're doing that, you're sending out a little bit of testosterone into your body, which is creating a feeling of confidence. So this is especially good if you lack confidence, or you're getting ready to do something that may take a little extra confidence. Take a moment and put your shoulders back to let out some confidence, and you're good to go. And that opens up your heart chakra. That opens up you to receive. A lot of times we think that we need to protect ourselves, and so we'll close in our shoulders, which I've done a lot. That's kind of my more natural way of being, but I want this to become my natural way of being. Because even though it's kind of scary to have that open sometimes, what you resist persists. And so if you're open to allow it to come in, it just kind of does this flow thing. So the world is not as scary as you thought it was, because now it just comes at you, but then it flows back out. When you're like this, it comes at you, but there's nowhere, it just kind of traps in there. And so it feels extra bad. So shoulders back. So now we've got our chin up, our smile on, our shoulders back. And the next thing we're going to do is relax our hands and just let them hang at our side. Usually we do this standing up. And when you relax your hands, even though the hands are supposed to be associated with the heart chakra, I feel like this is really associated with your solar plexus, the center of you. And maybe not directly, but in that when we hold things, we hold on to them. That's our way of controlling them. And your solar plexus chakra is your chakra associated with control, whether it's being a doormat because you don't have a strong chakra here, or being overly controlling because you have a really strong chakra here, out of balance one direction or the other. If you can just relax your hands, you're going to let go of that control. You're going to allow things to flow in and out. And so that's why I associate that with. So you're going to relax them down to your side. And so now you've got chin up, smile on, shoulders back, hands relaxed. Now the next one is so bizarre, but it's just so bizarre. Okay, we all have tailbones, right? And apparently people have different size tailbones. I thought that was an interesting little tidbit to learn. So if you've ever watched a dog or other kinds of animals, when they get scared, they tuck their tail between their legs. And apparently humans do it too. The guy who taught us this, he ended up going into a chiropractor because he couldn't walk. And they were talking about different things, and it turned out that his tailbone was actually tucked in, and that there's a really uncomfortable way that requires a glove to adjust that. Like the idea, I just don't even want to go there. So anyway, you can practice sending your tailbone out, which sounds so bizarre. It feels so weird, but it will help you to counteract this fear thing. Now, if you think about that being associated, the tailbone is probably mostly associated with the root chakra, but it also kind of associates with your sacral chakra, because that's all kind of there together. And so you're going to be shifting that energy in those chakras by kind of putting your tail out. Now, I don't think that it means like going around sticking your butt out and looking like a duck. But if you just relax all the muscles there, it feels different and it's kind of weird. And this is sending a message to your body that you are safe. And the root chakra is definitely associated with being safe. Now, I'm not sure. I imagine there's probably some other things you can do to help some of these chakras that aren't as directly associated, but I haven't figured those out yet. But this is kind of cool. So now you've got your chin up. So you're looking up and ahead. Your smile on. So you're expressing that beautiful smile of yours. Your shoulders back. You're letting out that testosterone. You're allowing things to flow in and out. and your hands are relaxed, so you're not holding on to everything so tightly, and your tail is out. And so you're telling your body there's nothing to be afraid of, that you're safe and it's okay. And then the next step is to make sure that your feet, thank you, it is interesting, huh? Your feet are both going the same direction, because if you have one tipped out this way, then you're going to be, if it's your right foot, you're going to be leaning towards being more creativity, which is fine as far as creativity goes, but you're going to be more distracted in a creative way. And if it's the other foot, you're going to be more distracted in a logical way. You're not going to be focused. So you put your feet together to help tell your brain that you know exactly where you're going and that you are focused and going forward in your life. So you put your feet like that. My son, I don't know if he still did it, he would walk like this. And we wondered why he seemed so easily distracted. It's because he doesn't have that direct focus. So put your feet going this way. So your feet forward. So you've got chin up, smile on, shoulders back, hands relaxed, tail out, feet forward. So this is a way to calibrate your body. So you stay in this position for about a minute every morning. You can recalibrate throughout the day. You can recalibrate before you go to bed. So you're just sending that message. Eventually, it becomes normal to stand this way. I know that I have to correct my right foot quite a bit. And it's not terribly off because I've been trying to correct my feet for years since I first heard about your feet needing to be going the same direction. And so it would just be, it's just like this, and I just have to go like this a little bit. But the rest is kind of weird. And I have noticed that since I've been doing this for a week now, only a week, and I've noticed that it's a lot easier for me to have my shoulders back, which I had actually been wondering how to fix my posture because it was something that was bothering me. And who knew that I would get an answer with just a simple calibration technique, because it has been so much easier. And it's also to remind myself that I'm just sending out more confidence. That was really cool too. So when you get in this space, you just stay there for a minute to tell your brain all of these things about yourself, that you're looking up and forward, that you're expressing a smile, that you're confident, that you're letting go of things, that you're safe, and that you're focused in a forward direction. Then the other thing you can do while you're in this state is to, when you're standing this way, is to imagine a light from the center of you going up through and out through the top of your head, out through the crown chakra, going all the way up to the biggest, brightest light up there. And then allowing the light to come down and just fill your entire body so that you're connected to the light above. And when your entire being is full of light, you send that ball of energy back down into the earth, to the center of the earth, to connect to the pure light at the center of the earth. And you bring that energy up into you until it fills the entirety of you. And then you expand your light out as far as you can go. I like to go out into the universe. You go to where you feel comfortable, but try to at least get it out a good 20 feet. So now you're connected and you're expanded. And when you're doing it in this calibrated state, the ability to flow, there's nowhere it's getting stuck in your body because you're just kind of in this, it's just more aligned place, I guess. It just kind of flows right into your body. It's pretty cool. So that's one thing that affects your physical body because it lets off testosterone. It communicates with your brain and it calibrates your life. And when you're living like that, you can create what you want so much easier because you're not closed off or you're not holding on tight. You're not looking down, a lot of different things. So you're actually creating a better life. It's easier to let your soul shine when you're open, right? And so it's pretty incredible. So the other thing I wanted to talk about was dancing. I was talking to my friend today, and just a couple days ago, I talked about your amygdala, some almond-shaped thing somewhere inside your brain. I'm going to find out where that is. I want to learn as much as I can about the amygdala. And so I talked about talking positive, talking about things in the future as being exciting, that wall that we get. I probably saw the paper somewhere. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so this is the paper I talked about the other day. So when you are looking at your wall that's between you and your goal, talking about it as a fun thing, it's an adventure, it's exciting, it's natural to move forward. That clicks your amygdala so that it is going in the positive direction. And that helps you to just be more positive in general. Well, apparently, in talking to my friend this morning, when you dance, it actually causes your amygdala to grow physically. And when it grows, it helps you, like, I guess it's associated with things like dementia and things like that. So it's more positive. So when you dance, you are physically changing your amygdala. So everybody dance. So because then your amygdala will grow, it will help you be more positive. It will be awesome. And I happen to love dancing, so that's easy for me. I'm like, yes, dance. I think that dancing is the best thing ever. It totally flips my mood around. If I'm having a bad day and I turn on a fun song and I start dancing, it can totally, completely change my attitude for the day. And I think that's really cool. That alone is worth it, to know that it actually does some things to your brain physically to help them, help people move forward in a positive way, is awesome. The last thing I'm going to talk about is your reticular activating system. We hear a lot about this in personal development world, because it's the filter in your brain that helps you decide what information comes in, whether to receive that information or to reject it. It's the part of your brain that keeps your heart beating in your lungs, so you don't have to go beat, 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 and like constantly remind it. Because can you imagine doing anything in life if you're having to tell yourself, breathe, breathe. And like, luckily we have this part of our brain that will keep us going. That's awesome. It's also the part that when you tell yourself to look for a specific color, it starts looking for it. It's the part that while we're driving, it keeps track of the signs. That's why we know what the speed limit is because we're not have to consciously, like, as we're driving, okay, where's the sign? We have to do that when we're first learning, but eventually it becomes a subconscious process. And that's because of your reticular activating system. What I found out is that the concept of doubt and that feeling of rejection from your ideas is just that, the reticular activating system. It's a physical reaction in your body as this physical part of your body takes in something and says nope and rejects it. You start feeling some kind of rejection, and it's a how to word this well. You have this amazing, you get this information in. When I'm looking at my vision board, I'm getting this information in, and my reticular activating system will look at that and say, no way. One of them that's the biggest for me right now is making a specific amount of money each month. My reticular activating system says, no way, we don't know how to do that. We look through everything that you know. We do not know how to do that. Of course, I use techniques to change that around. One is to write out all the negative things that you have and then destroy it. One is to write out the negative things and then look for where that energy is held at in your body and send a lot of light to it, and it will just clear it up, which I think is really fun. It is so much fun to do that. Also, asking the right questions, because when I look at that, I can say, why is that so easy? Why is it easy to make that much money? Then my reticular activating system is now looking for something else, because now it's looking for the answer to why. And so it's not rejecting the idea of us making that much money. It's now looking for how it's possible. So there's ways to work with it, but it's a physical reaction because this is a physical part of our body. It's some kind of a nerve, like a bunch of nerves that come together and they filter information coming in as well as keeping things going so that we don't overrun or so that we don't break down. It's to keep us safe. And, the filter built to where it was mostly inset by like the time you were like 7. So before that, things just came in, and that's why you can have so many negative beliefs, because before that was the filter was kind of in place, everything you heard just came right in. And now that we're adults and that information is in place, now when information comes in, our reticular activating system doesn't match this program, goodbye. But we can change the programming, which is awesome. But that's a physical thing that it says rejection, and then we feel it like rejection, but it's not that it's rejection. It's our reticular activating system rejecting it. So that's pretty cool. I don't know if I explained that very well. I think it's really cool. And a part of why I'm sharing it with you is so that I can teach myself at a deeper level. One of the amazing things about being a teacher is that when you teach what you learn, it takes it in deeper into you. It gets it into that reticular activating system. Another way to get things past your reticular activating system was with music. Be so careful of the kind of words in the music that you listen to, because that music just helps that information go straight in. So if you're listening to songs that are not supporting you, it will go straight into your subconscious brain and become a part of you. So be very careful about the words in your music. Music is such a powerful tool to get past the reticular activating system. And thank you so much, Rudsell, for all your comments. He's saying things. He said interesting back for a while. He said for sure. Just now he said absolutely. I appreciate the feedback. So remember, chin up, smile on, shoulders back, hands relaxed, tail out, feet forward, dance. And that a lot of the things that are going on with us are actually physical. How exciting is that? We can change that and make it awesome. Okay, so I'm going to go now. I'm going to go spend some time with my kids and have a wonderful day. Remember to let your soul shine big, bright, light, and beautiful. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Bye, Russell. You too. Have a great day.